Quick. Hey, all right, you guys. Hello, hello, and welcome to our weekly Boss Lady Call. My name is Karla, and I have a very special lady here today. And for those of you guys who have been with us every single week, you know that we interview a different woman every week. And this week it's very special because it's International Women's Day yesterday, but it's International Women's Week. I'm just going to say.
Month. It's
And
month. The whole
yes,
month.
okay. The whole month. Well, shoot, in that case, the whole year. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about this amazing woman that I'm going to interview. I actually had the pleasure of meeting her. I don't even know how many years ago, Delphi?
Gosh, like 10 years ago,
Okay.
something like that.
10
I
years
came
ago.
down on a trip.
Yes, 10 years ago. And I met her in downtown LA at a hotel. I remember Carmen was like, there's somebody that I want you to meet. And so then we were like, okay. And I met her, and I'll never forget that she had these colorful shoes, and she had this like regular outfit. I forgot what color it was. It was like a neutral color. And then her shoes, Gabriel, can you give me a second? Her shoes were blue. And I was like, Estas, talk about making a statement, right? And anyway, and so I ended up meeting her. We ended up becoming friends. And to me, what's the most beautiful thing about what we do is I get to watch women and men and human beings grow into becoming these amazing people. Single mom of 3, back then boys, now they're men. So I don't want to take any more time for her. She's going to be sharing her story with you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to get off the screen, type a heart on the chat. I'm watching you guys over here, okay? And help me welcome up International Millionaire Team member 7.5 on her way to President's Team, Miss Delfina Gonzalez.
Thank you so much, Karla, for that perfect introduction. You know, you took me way back, and that just reminds me, and I actually want to start with that, just because you took me there. It is, if you're listening to this call, first of all, it's because something in you, something in your heart is telling you, let me listen to this, because maybe there is a better way. Maybe there is more to what I'm currently doing. And I'm talking about a business opportunity that fulfills you. It can be just to make extra cash. You know, why not? Get your lashes done, get your hair done, or where you are able to say, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is the way I want to be able to contribute in my household or make a beautiful income out of this. And so the reason I share that with you ladies, it's because that's when I met Karla. I was looking for an opportunity. So another tip for you is, when you do, start reaching out to the people you like and trust. And so if you are in this group, it's because you are surrounded with women you like and trust. And that's what I did. I was looking for ways, you guys, my background. So on my story, I'm like Karla said, I'm a single mom of 3 boys. I was a very young mom. And so when I decided to leave their father, it was just a very unhealthy, unsafe relationship. And so when I did, I was like, now what? You know, like, now how do I make this happen? How do I provide for these children? How do I create an amazing lifestyle for them that they deserve? And so thinking back, you know, as a child, my father brought us to the States, the United States, from Mexico to achieve the American dream. And one of the things he kept telling us, he told us over and over and over, is you achieve the American dream by going to college, getting a college degree. So when I became a single mom, you guys, a very young single mom, I was like, that's it. I'm going to go back to college. I'm to be able to achieve the American dream, not only for myself, but for my boys. So I did that 4 years straight, you know, as a single mom, trying to like make everything happen. It was the hardest 4 years of my life, going through a nasty divorce as well. But I was determined. And so I went to school, got my bachelor's degree in business administration, emphasizing in marketing, because I love being creative. I love like just creating new things. And so I went into corporate America, back to corporate America, now with a bachelor's degree, thinking like, okay, let's go. Let's make this happen. And so went, it was definitely a went for me. 2 years in, I'm like, dude, what the heck? Like, nobody told me I was going to be an employee still. Nobody told me that I was going to have a cap to what I make and the decisions that I make and the projects that I can work on. And I'm like, no, you know, I really went in and I was listening to my heart. I was like, okay, first of all, I'm just barely paying the bills, which was definitely like, whoo, I felt like I could breathe a little bit, but still just paying the bills was not my vision and my dreams to pursue that bachelor's degree. And so I'm like, I have to look for other ways. So I was hungry. I was looking for an opportunity, a way to like start a business. For me, I didn't want to be an employee anymore. I wanted to start a business. And I started doing my research on starting a business, and man, like, it's so complicated. There's so much involved and so much like money that needs to be invested before you even start the business. And with that, I kept like looking and digging, and then I heard about network marketing. I was introduced to Herbalife Nutrition, which, you know, it's a product you may all be consuming. And I was like, okay, you know what? I already know people that I trust, which is people that I grew up with. You know, Carmen, my sponsor, I went to high school with her. Her parents, her mom is a very successful Herbalife distributor. And she's actually like, my parents and her parents are friends, and like we're in the same neighborhood. So I actually saw Doña Carmen's mom, rise up from like being a stay-at-home mom, like no English, being like the traditional Mexican woman, you know, that provides for her husband, or in a sense, like she takes care, like the house, you know, the cooking and everything else for her husband and her children. And being able to like see her journey as in becoming an amazing entrepreneur. And then now Carmen, her daughter, taking it on. So I was like, okay, let me reach out to Carmen and see, you know, learn about more of what's happening in Herbalife. And so here I am, you guys, now 9 years in the business. So again, I met Karla, like, you know, I came and I met with Carmen, and Carmen introduced me to Karla 10 years ago, because I was like, okay, I want to be able, like, you know, deal with women that I love, like that it was relatable. Right. And so Karla and Carmen were very relatable to me, and I felt comfortable, confident, and they're just very inspirational women, very inspirational Latina women that I saw myself in them. And I saw like they're doing it, they're successful, I can do it too. And that's really it, you guys. Again, 9 years in the business. One of the things that I wanted to make sure is that I was able to do this business again, like not being told what to do, right? Like the employee flow. I didn't want that. I didn't want that for myself. I wanted to do this business in a way that I loved, in a way that I would have fun doing so. And then with the trainings, you guys, and the trainings and surrounding myself with Herbalife successful people like Karla, then it's like, okay, this is the way I want to do it. Now, how can I duplicate this where I can make it super simple for women to also do? And I say women because I am very clear on the women, on the people that I want to work with. And that, you know, that's another training that I you know, that I would love to share with you guys, but it's definitely women that are hungry, women like when I started before, right? Like when I was looking for that opportunity. So you guys, when I decided to do this, I'm like, okay. And I'll tell you, one of the things that really got me so pumped as a single mom, I always, like, my biggest fear was like, ¿qué pasa si algo me pasa? What will happen to my children if something happens to me? Who will take care of them? How will they survive? I was really fearful of that. Like, I actually had nightmares. And the one thing that I said, why I said yes to Herbalife, it was how someone presented or showed me how people make money in network marketing, how people make money in Herbalife. And that was, write this down if you have a notepad, or like drill it in your head, residual income. And so Google it, like learn about what it is, like what is residual income. And when I really understood the power of residual income, I was like, this is it. It's kind of like better than life insurance. And I'm like, all right, this is how I'm gonna get that peace of mind that if something happens to me, I have built something incredible through residual income where my children will be fine. My children can live off of the residual income I created. That gave me the peace of mind and the fire to let's fucking go. And excuse my language, but I just get so excited and fired up about this opportunity. And I repeat, 9 years in this business, you guys, and I started again with working on myself. How amazing is that? I started working on feeling good, you know? So my sponsor said, okay, first things first, let's get you on the products, make sure that you build confidence in what you're selling. And, you know, be excited for your results, feel good. And one of the things that I've taken on through my 9-year journey is, all right, I want to succeed in my business. Okay, let's work on me. How can I create the best version of me? How can I continue working on me? And that's through my physical, but also my inner transformation. How amazing is that? Tell me right now, like, what other company or what other job really like uplifts you to work on yourself so you can build success? Let's take time to take care of you before anything else. And so you guys, I started on the 21-day cleanse. Like, that was the first thing because I would have a hard time. I have a horrible digestive system. And I said, because I still struggle with it, but amazing that we get to have wonderful, incredible products that can help me through this journey. So the 21-day cleanse, guys, was just so powerful for me. Within a week, I felt so good, so energized. I was going to the restroom like a normal human being should. I no longer was bloatedness. I was never overweight. I was like, I used to say skinny fat, right? And with the cleanse itself, like, I stopped having a big belly. And I got so, within that week, I got so motivated, like, man, the power of nutrition, you know, there's nothing wrong with me. But it's really like nourishing my body properly so it can fully work the way it should be. Within that same month, I jumped on our Herbalife 24 nutrition line, or it's our sports nutrition line. You guys, I was like, all right, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. I felt in love with fitness, and Herbalife has the most wonderful products in the marketplace to back it up, to back the goals and the results I was trying to achieve. And then I continue to achieve. I'm 43 years old, guys. And I mean, I'm really proud of the way I look. And it's because it's not, now I don't do it for the look. Now I do it for the feel. And because I nourish my body for the feeling of feeling great, my body rewards me with amazing physical results. And that is the number one tool to be successful in this business, you know, feel so good. so you can naturally promote and sell your product. I've been able to, you know, and into my story, as a single mom, you guys, if you're a single mom, type of 5'5", like, you know, it's the hardest journey. One of the hardest journeys, I should say. And when I decided to become my single mom, I promised myself my kids are not going to fit the stereotype. I will break those stereotypes where, oh, it's a broken family, or those children are that way because they come from a broken family. One thing I promised to myself is my boys will not be broken. I will break that talk and that mentality of people saying, oh, it's because she's a single mom. Oh, it's because those children come from a single broken family, a single mom broken family. And when I became a single mom, you guys, I wanted to build, one of the first goals in my business was to become a homeowner. Become a homeowner as a single mom. So my boys knew, one, what a badass their mom was or is. And two is, you know, she built this for us. She bought this home for us. And no matter what happened in mom's life or in anybody's life, this is our home and we don't get to leave. And that, you guys, our experiences in life help us build strength and make the decisions we need to make to thrive. For me, when I became a single mom, I left everything behind. I left our beautiful home. I left their toys. I left their beds. I left everything. The only thing that I got was my boys, because that's what I just needed, and the desire to create a beautiful life. They fit in my car, and whatever else fit in the car, that's the only thing I grabbed from our home. And one of the promises that I made to them is like, no longer will that happen. You guys will never have to sacrifice your things, even like the bed, right? Their toys, for mom's decision. So it was, for me, a sense of urgency to create a foundation for them. And that foundation was a home. A home that no matter what happened, it would be our home. And we wouldn't have to leave. They wouldn't have to, like, the world wouldn't rock around because of mom's decision. And so 3 years in this business, I was able to achieve that. As a single mom, I became a homeowner with them. Healthy, happy boys. Did I change the stereotype? Yes. Do I continue to change it? Yes. And the best thing about this, girls, is that once you do this for yourself and you are determined to rise, you have no idea the impact and the hope you give for other women. And that's what I've done. Through my journey, I've given the vision and the light to other women to show them what's possible. And that is really the journey of, you know, the success I built in this business, you know, surrounding myself with women that are looking for an opportunity, that want something more for their children. Because somehow they see themselves in me, the way I saw myself in Karla and Carmen. So with you, if you are listening in, know like it's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. You find a woman that you just are in awe with, and you're like, she has what I want. And not in a sense of competition, but a sense of inspiration. And you're like, all right, I'm in the right place. Let's go. And then you start rising, and then women start following you. This is the beauty of, this is why I say the importance of working on yourself, because as women, we can change the world. We can make this world a better place. We women, just by starting on you and really locking arms with other women. And I tell you, you are capable and able to do it in this type of business, in this company. Now 9 years in this business, guys, Karla mentioned, you know, my boys are grown men, you know, and so now for me, it's like, all right, now it's time. As of course, you know, we will always be moms. We will always be there for our children. But now it's like, now I'm creating space to create my life, to work for, like, to really make the time to build the relationship, to be with the partner that I want to be, to travel. And that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. Really like working on what makes Delfina happy. How do I want to continue growing my business? Who do I want to be with? What type of partner do I want to have on my side? And because in this business, surrounding yourself with so many wonderful women and people that want the most and the best for you and see your potential, and they tell you, go, 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 you're like, all right, you build the confidence and you accept nothing less than what you deserve. So once again, if you are on this call, it's because something in your heart said, I have to be on. And follow that. Follow that. Take action. Whatever that action means to you, take action. Don't just get off this call. Okay, that was cool. That was, you know, it was cool to get to know Delfina, or hearing. Take action somehow. So I leave you with that, and I want to pass it back to Karla.
Awesome. Thank you, babe. So listen up, you guys. We're not done. As you know, I'm going to interview her for just a few minutes. So as I was listening to everything, you know, you took me on a journey, definitely. For those of you guys who are on this chat, thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all the hearts, you know. So one of the things that I personally would love to ask you, Delfina, is because I'm sure there are other people on this call right now that are thinking like, okay, well, like I'm a single mom. Where the heck am I going to get the time between the kids and the this and the that and that, right? What would you say if somebody's thinking like, yeah, I want to better my life. I want to be a homeowner. I want to make some residual income, as you mentioned, right? Your story about like how, I mean, I never really thought about that, right? Like, if something were to happen to us, like who's going to take care of our kids? And the fact that we're building a business that even beyond us, you guys, in case you don't know this, our business, if something were to happen to us, whoever we leave it in our will, in our trust, they get to inherit that check, right? So, you know, but for that, you got to do the work. Okay. So what would you say? Like if someone said, how do I find the time? How do I do this? What would you say to them?
Yes, so most of you realistically probably have a job, you know, and are doing so many other things to be able to provide in your household, especially like if you live in California. But if you ever like try to go to school, you know, like try to, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go back to college and eventually, hopefully I'll get my associate's, my bachelor's degree, you know, right now as the life that you have with your children and your family and everything, like you have a job and then you have to go to school, right? After hours in the evening, or maybe it's Christmas and you're in a tight budget and your job will not provide for Christmas gifts. What have you done? And I know I've done this, that you had to have a second job, you know, a part-time second job, either Target, wherever, right? You got to go and make it happen in order to bring an extra $500 a month, that month, to be able to buy your Christmas gifts. I don't know about you, but I know I've done that. And that's why I bring this up. Apply yourself that way. Apply it that way where you see yourself like, okay, I want to build this. And I always say, like, you don't have to go full throttle. Like, well, I can't quit my job, you know, so I can be able to like make that life or save that money for that home. You don't have to. Start very, very part-time. Take small little steps where you don't have to sacrifice your family and that what your current schedule is to a certain extent, because at the end of the day, everything that is good is a sacrifice, right? Everything that's worth it takes work. I'm just telling you, if you don't have a college degree and that's something you want to do, guess what? That's going to be so much damn work. So I kind of apply yourself that way. And the best thing is like the easiest thing really, it's like, okay, I'm going to like go for a part-time job, but make this your part-time business. So realistically, how many hours do you have to work a week to bring $500 that month? And do your research. Do a research like starting a job at Starbucks or Target. Then I would say, once you do the research, apply that in this business. So let's say you have to work 4 days a week, 3 hours a day. Use that instead of going to that job. Use that time in your business. And I promise you that 500, like you quit that job, you're no longer going to get the $500. If you apply that and if you worked towards it here in this business, that $500 becomes duplicatable and becomes residual where it's month to month, right? If you continue to do the work. But it's just like those baby steps of like, that makes sense in our brain, right? Because we're so used to like the employee mindset. Well, use that to your power to build this business. So that's my tip.
I love that. I love that. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, I love that. You know, and I'll tell you a really quick story now that you're mentioned that. I have one of my team members that actually used to work at the post office, and she actually implemented that. I'm gonna tell you guys her story really like in 30 seconds. And that is that she was like, okay, Karla, everyone's asking me, why am I feeling so good? Because she was always like dragging her feet. She had lost like 20, 30 pounds. Everyone's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then I said, well, this is what, you know, I told her how we do the business. And then she's like, well, okay, I'm going to quit my part-time job. And I was like, wait, what? Okay. And then I was like, wait, what? And then she's like, yeah, I'm going to quit my part-time job and I'm going to dedicate that time to do this business. And you guys, what ended up happening was that part-time that she used to go to the post office, she did exactly what Delfina just mentioned. She literally invested that time into her business, just like when she was working at the post office. This is not typical, but with hard work and dedication, exactly a year later, you guys, she was making over $5,000 a month. And all she did is exactly what Delfina said. She went from working those 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't remember, so I don't want to lie. Whatever she was working part-time at the post office, she literally switched it into her business with that kind of focus, that kind of dedication. And but the only difference was that instead of her kids being at home eating popcorn and watching movies until she got home from her overtime, she just would take them with her everywhere, even though they complained. But you guys, exactly a year later, well, 11 months to be exact, okay, she was making over $5,000 a month. She was able, by her own choice, to save enough money to be able to quit her job and do this full time. So it's what you do. Jim Rohn says, work full time in your job to pay your bills and invest part-time in a business to create your fortune. Okay, so I have one more question, Delfina, that I ask all the ladies that come on here. So thank you for that, because I was like, I never thought about that, but I actually experienced the results of that. So one of the questions I have for you is this. So a lot of women are probably listening to this, and men, and they're probably watching this and going, I want to, like, I really do. I want to change my life. I want to live a better life, but like something is holding me back, like whether it's fear, limiting beliefs, whatever, right? What would you say to that person that really in their core, because obviously they're watching this for a reason, they want to do something, but they feel like something is holding them back, whatever that is? What would you say to them?
And that gets me emotional, Karla, because, you know, fear just holds us back. Like it handicaps us from truly living the life that we are meant to have. You know, that really gets me emotional, you guys. So again, I keep saying, like, follow your heart. If you are on this call, there's something in you that's been telling you, like, I need to do this. This is the right path for me. So I'm just going to tell you to just do it. Go for it. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You spent $110 on the membership. You started the products. You got amazing results. And then you realize, you know what? This is not for me. Well, you got results out of it, right? You got some energy. You feel amazing. And you said, I tried it, but I realized it wasn't for me. One of the things I've learned through my journey in life and through my career is I've been able to, like, okay, that feels good. I want to do that. And I go for it. I take that leap of faith, you guys. This is what I've learned. Let's just go. Let's take that leap of faith. You go and you're there and you're learning new things. You're going to take something amazing out of it. There's always a learning. Even in the bad experiences in your life, you always learn something new. You always become stronger. And then another door opens. Every time. When you go in that room and you're like, oh, I'm here. And you're taking it all in because you were just so courageous and fearless, another door opens. And it may be the same path, but just another level, or it may be a completely different journey. But those are the steps you need to take to grow and to really have the life you deserve. I'll end here. And this is like my biggest, I gotta do it, like my biggest push. How are you feeling right now? If this day was your last day of life, how are you feeling? Are you proud of what you have accomplished? Yes, I did everything. Like I said yes to all the things. I accomplished, I have the career, I have the family, I have the health. I have the money for my children and my family to be okay after this, even just to cover your funeral expenses. Are you okay right now to say, you know what? I don't want to die, but like, I'll be good. If you are not, like, you can't answer yes, then what are you waiting for? Not that I'm saying, disclaimer, that you will achieve that in Herbalife, but what I'm saying is it's an opportunity for you. And those opportunities we have to take because it's an opportunity that's knocking at your door. All you got to do is open it. Open that door and go into that room. That's what I did, you guys. And that's what, like, I continue doing. And I got emotional because many times in my life, I held back based on fear. But you know what? I'm over it. And I really invite all of us to be over it. Because being stuck there, being like this, what does that do for us? Definitely doesn't bring us happiness, not for ourselves or our family and those people that you love. So I leave you with that.
Oh my goodness, that is powerful. So I actually wrote it down in case you guys didn't. Okay. So how are you feeling right now? Today was the last day of your life. If you knew this is it, God's going to say, come on, I need another angel. How are you feeling right now? And if this was the last day of your life, would you feel fulfilled? Would you feel accomplished? Right? And this is not just about money. It's about really bringing out your best self, whatever that is. I do feel that God, or whoever you believe in, created you for a reason. And everybody has a talent. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a reason to be here. And sometimes we don't know what that is. And here's what's so beautiful. Our business, you guys, not only do we show you how to make a business, how to build a business, we literally have a structure that we will show you step by step on how to do that. But also we invest in you bringing out your best self. And as you work on yourself, like Delfina said, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, your best self comes out. And therefore, that's how you will live your best life. So I'm going to invite every single one of you who are here listening, get together with the person that sends you this link and say, hey, okay, I don't know. But like she said, like, you don't want to live your life with regret. You don't want to live your life thinking, should I, because of fear. Because here's the thing. I love what you said, Delfina. So many times we hold ourselves back. And then if you think about it, because you're so concerned about what other people are going to say, and they're not even, if you've never read the book, The 4 Agreements, you all need to read it. That book dramatically changed my life, because I was like, you know, like, I'm not that special. Like, people are not really thinking the whole time, I wonder what Karla's doing, right? Like, it's not even like that, right? So you guys get together with the person that invited you. If you are in the Long Beach, LA area, make sure you ask them about the training that we're going to have this weekend, where you're not only going to get to meet people like ourselves, but way more people that are on this mission of making income while making an impact. Okay. Learn what you need to learn, educate yourself by going to these trainings so that you can also elevate your life and make and really live the life that you love. Thank you so much, Delfina. I appreciate so much you coming on here. And with that said, you guys, we'll see you guys next week. Please say bye-bye on the chat.
And ain't nobody got